Reporting from Georgia Practice Facilities, I'm Emily Nerland with Hutson Mason for UGAsports.com. Hutson, you are in your second year under this offense. How much more comfortable are you with it now?
Well, a whole lot more. I remember coming in my freshman year and it was just kind of like a big blur, trying to get used to things so quickly. And coming in my freshman year, I was kind of thrown into the number 2 spot, and it took a while for me to understand things, and I was kind of just forced in there. And I can remember having to be ready at any time last year, and fortunately I wasn't really forced into any situations that I wasn't ready for. But with just another year under my belt, I feel so much more comfortable mentally, and I'm out there helping other guys out, just not myself.
What's the learning curve kind of on like that? So is it something that builds on itself and you kind of gradually get it, or do you have any like aha moments?
I think it's kind of both. You got some moments where, as the longer you're here, you kind of see yourself develop and you make plays and you're like, man, I'm adjusting to the speed of the game and that sort of stuff. And then, but it's not like you wake up one morning and then, everything's, perfect. You got to, continue to grind and continue to work at it. And it's just like anything else.
Well, Christian LeMay is now in that position that you were in last year. Do you offer him any advice?
Yeah, I try to. In the season, it's a little bit harder just because we're at such a high tempo, going from week to week, game planning for other teams. So it's a little difficult to kind of sit down, and Christian's running the scout team now, so he's not in a lot of our meetings. But like in the spring and in the summer, it's a lot easier to sit down with him and, talk basic rules that the quarterbacks have.
Well, he's going to be taking that year to redshirt. Was that ever a consideration of yours?
From me personally, or from like the coaches?
Or either way, what went into your decision to play in your freshman year?
Well, it wasn't really a situation that I had to choose for myself. The coaches never really talked to me about it, and I don't think that was a situation that kind of best fitted the team last year. We needed a number 2 quarterback with Logan moving the receiver, and so it really was never an option. This year, being the number 2 guy, it's never been brought up, and I'm not for sure what the future holds, or with the whole red shirt and thing. I don't really worry about it, just kind of take it year by year.
You guys are running a no-huddle offense, so that gets you a lot more plays. But what are some of the challenges specifically from a quarterback position to running that kind of offense?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like you said, going from no-huddle to last year was a much slower tempo, and with the no-huddle you try to get defenses more tired and you try to get more offensive reps. And from a quarterback standpoint, you got to be able to think quickly, and you got to be able to see and react a whole lot quicker. And with the signals coming in, you got to it's just another thing on your plate that you got to know with the signals. And like I said, I think the biggest thing is going from the slow part of the game to reacting and seeing it quickly and being able to make plays at a quicker pace.
You guys have been into the red zone 15 times this year. You've gotten 10 touchdowns out of it. You got 2 of those.
What's that total out to be, like 6%?
Yeah. What are you going to have to do as an offense, like specifically what can you pinpoint as execution points that you're going to have to make better to make it 15 out of 15?
Yeah, we talk a lot as a team and as an offense, especially if we're going to win games in the SEC, we got to turn these field goals into touchdowns. And I think that's what hurt us against Boise, and I think that's what we scored a lot of points against South Carolina, but we still had some opportunities where we could have scored. And I think it's just execution. It really is. We seem to put ourselves in really good opportunities, but we just gotta throw and catch, and we gotta do the little things. We're there. We just gotta finish it.
Well, thank you so much. For Hutson Mason, I'm Emily Nerland. Check out UGAsports.com for more.